So welcome back to the channel, guys, with me, Poison Smurf, and another Division 2 video. So today we're looking at a sniper build, but not just any old sniper build, one that lives up to that famous quote, the one-shot sniper build. The one that lives up to the true essence of being a sniper. You know, one shot, one kill, any enemy, any difficulty. One round will put them down. This build's knocking out, on average, about 45 million per shot. And you also have unlimited ammo, so you can take your time and just basically delete any problem you encounter on the game. Now, I'm sure we've all had experience of a one-shot sniper. Now, normally maybe been on the receiving end of it, and yeah, it absolutely sucks. There is nothing more devastating than someone taking you out with a single shot. But on the other hand, when you're on the opposite end of the scope and you're the one doing the damage, it's the most satisfying build you can play with. Now, if that sounds like fun and something you want to give it a try, then follow me and I'll show you how I managed to do that. So firstly, we'll quickly go over specializations, as I'm sure, as no shock to any of you, it'll be the sharpshooter that we're looking for. Now, some of the great things about this is round after round, 20 seconds in cover, we're going to keep regenerating ammo. Trust me, guys, you will not be able to run out of ammo. In fact, I challenge you to even get below 100 rounds, because you're going to regenerate it quicker than you can shoot it. We're getting extra armor whilst we're in cover. Any group members we play with that are ahead of us, we're going to get an additional 10% headshot damage. Now, as a sniper, we're going to be sitting back, so most of our team is going to be in front of us. 15% extra weapon stability, obviously that will help us out, making aiming a lot easier. 15% increased headshot damage also. I mean, all these great things. Now we'll go down to the firing range and we'll have a look at weapons and the gear set that I'm currently running. What I used to run, in fact. So the weapon of choice we're going to be looking at is the Nemesis. Now, up until 10.1, my go-to sniper build was a 3-piece, aces and eights, 2-piece Araldi, 1-piece Providence. But after the update on 10.1 and the nerfs to rifles and marksman rifles, this wasn't really hitting home and doing the damage that I needed. So after a little bit of tinkering, what I've managed to come up with is a slight variation to that. 3 pieces are the same, but we swapped a couple out. So, if we look at our Nemesis, we've got a base damage of 2.1 million. Talents, as you can see on the screen, basically when you shoot this weapon, it's unlike other snipers. It doesn't discharge a round when you first press it. When you press it, it actually charges a stack, and the round is shot when you depress the trigger. Obviously, if you let it build right up, you'll get 100% extra damage. So, secondary, I am running a AKM. Purely, if anyone wants to sneak up on me, do you know what I mean? I need something quite heavy duty, plenty of DPS to be able to put them down quickly. You can use any weapon that you're happy with. But as far as the build's concerned, we are Providence mask, 13% weapon damage, crit damage, headshot damage mod. Second piece of Providence on the chest. Obviously the trick to this is getting Headhunter as the talent, but same as before, just stack up as much weapon damage and headshot damage as you can. As you can see, I've got weapon handling there. Ideally I'd like to swap that out for either crit chance or crit damage. Grupo holster, same again, weapon damage, headshot damage. Third piece of Providence on the bag with vigilance as a talent. Same again, ideally I'd like to swap out that weapon handling, maybe change it for some more crit chance. 2-piece Araldi, weapon damage, crit chance, headshot damage is standard. So the reason we've done it like this, if we look at the Araldi for the 1-piece, we're getting an extra 10% marksman rifle damage, and for the 2-piece we're getting an extra 15% headshot damage, so that's perfect. With the Providence, we're getting obviously the 15% headshot damage from the 1-piece, 10% created chance for the 2-piece, 15% created damage for the 3-piece. And then Grupo, we've got 15% created damage. So if we take a look at our stats quickly, as you can see, main weapon damage 2.1 million, about 40% created chance, 105% created damage, 275% headshot damage. So now we're down at the range. As you can see, top of the screen, we're on heroic difficulty. So we'll put the difficulty up here to elite. So let's say, for example, we are going up to a control point. Let me just change that, put it further back. Obviously they will be guarded by a elite enemy, so you would walk along, take cover. As you can see the charging boards there, let it max right up guys and take the shot. As you can see, elite guys, not a problem. One shot, first time, every time. If you look at the numbers carefully, we're already hitting 20 million a headshot. There we go, up to 45. And we're probably going to stay about there. Now, obviously, after a little while, the boss is going to spawn in. So there we are, named enemy. Just line up, let it charge up. And there he is. Your named enemy, gone, single shot. Just take your time. First time, every time, 45 more unit shot. And that's it. Anything you come across, guys, is going down. Great way about doing it like this, it's not being done with like a stack of any sort. So for example, if we were just to miss the target and put a couple of rounds just to the sides, let's just do 3. Now if we go back to our target, first shot, he's still putting it down. Because we're using Headhunter, as you can see at the bottom, whenever we land a headshot, meaning that bonus is good for 30 seconds. As long as we land another headshot in that time, that will refresh and we can just keep going. And with the ammo regenerating, technically you could go out with this build, guys, you could wipe out any single enemy and every enemy on the entire map without ever having to restocking. Now for me, I don't know about you, but that's all good. As far as skills, you can pretty much run what you like. My philosophy is I like to throw a shock trap out front, just in case I get any rushes or anybody that wants to try and like really advance on my position quickly. Obviously they're going to stand in one of them, it's going to hold them in position. Hopefully that'll give me just enough time to pop off that headshot or change to my secondary. And other than that, I sometimes use a turret as a last resort, pretty close to my location, so if they get close, hopefully that will take them down. Sometimes a revive hive, to be honest, it's whatever you most feel comfortable with, guys. But yeah, that'll about do it. But I'm curious, guys, how far you can push this. Obviously my build isn't fully mid-maxed, you saw them couple of pieces with weapon handling and so on. If you've got any different ways that you run your one-shot head builds and you can beat 45 million, I'd love to hear about it. Obviously, put it down in the comments below. This is a community. I mean, we get advice from each other, build tips. It's the best way to be. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. And as always, a big thank you to everyone that made it through to the end. If you found it helpful or informative, remember to leave it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave a thumbs down. Any questions or comments you've got, leave them in the box below. I do get back to everybody, whether that's about today's video or something you want me to cover in the forthcoming future. If you did like what you see, maybe think about hitting the subscribe button and hitting that notification bell. That will update you to any future content that I may do. So until the next time, guys, just keep on grinding.